sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm tryna get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you tryna get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, I'm first in the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go. 319! 319!
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able. To get to him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. C.J. Mosley in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Mayfield with it once more. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. C.J. Mosley getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the model.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there from 8 yards out. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. And see if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down again. Jamie Collins in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mayfield to throw it, dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is out of bounds here. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They come out here, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He hit him earlier in this 1st quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And down he'll go at the 25. third down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! 3:19! 3:19!
Following the interception, Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll go with the keeper. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit.
All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 55 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Myles Garrett in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Leopard!
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Now Jackson, operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Landry. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Rolling to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Here's Mayfield. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Perriman from 8 yards out, and the Browns are pouring it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. This is first and goal from about the 8. To throw is Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. Gun! 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 Watch it now, boy!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown of this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Flush to his right. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Jackson on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Now let's go!
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that...
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Green 39.
From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Christian Kirksey in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, but they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any point.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are pouring it on. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll rifle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Gone!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now, eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Perriman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Kratt. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Christian Kirksey getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Agba. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. He's going to look deep, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 45 yards, and the Browns continue to roll. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded about a yard deep. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ricardo Lewis, 35 yards. And the Browns are pouring it on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Collins able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 3rd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield on 1st down. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The gain of 39 that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That escapes the sack. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Mayfield now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Christian Kirksey. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action. It's Jackson. Emmanuel Agba in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson.
You just let him boost up his plays.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Jackson to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him again. And that's his 6th sack of the ball game, one off the NFL record of 7. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Tight right. Detroit.
2nd down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Eluding the pressure right. Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Detroit!
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Keeps himself upright. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Landry now on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Gone!
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Able to fight through one tackle. And Callaway taking it in left side. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A gain of 32 that time. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Ravens taking the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Watch it now, Barney!
Play action. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Detroit!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
The wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving.